Hello guys. Hey, it's Dale. It's a few days after the dyno pulls for the baseline. I got the ECU sent off to David at V-CycleNet. But I know guys have done this before, but I'm going to show you. I already have the tank loose. The tank's going to come right off. I want to show you what I ran into taking this tank off in a little bit more detail. Okay? So first thing, you want to pull this top cover off. So there's two bolts right here, shoulder bolts, and then basically see these little tabs here? These little tabs go in and snap in, okay, around the cap. So this thing feels like you're gonna bust it off, okay, like everybody mentions. But the key is it's down flush. You want to pull the back up first, and this side will pop out and this side will pop up to get these little tabs. These are just guides, but see 1, 2, 3 little tabs that hook. They probably hook right here on the cap. So first you want to get this one undone, then you pull up on this side and get your fingers in the back underneath between here and this surface. Okay? Then there's nothing else holding this on except for this push-in hard plastic snap in this slot right here. And let me tell you, it feels like it's going to bust off. But the key is to get your hand underneath here, pop the back off, and it's already disconnected, so you're not twisting it and having it in a bind. Then you grab the front and you lift and wiggle and bam, it pops out of here. So that's how you do it. You make sure you get this one up first evenly off of these little tabs, and then you just pull really hard here. And then you might want to put a little bit of dielectric grease on this. Okay, and let me show you the next step. All right, the next step are these, like you've seen on other videos, these two little plastic panels that go right in behind here, okay? This part doesn't have to be taken off at all. There's a screw under here. I thought maybe that had to be taken off. You don't have to take this off. You just have to take this little panel off on both sides, and how it hooks in is the top one is the little typical push pin. This is flush. You pop it in with a little scribe or a little tiny screwdriver. Then you wiggle and pull that out. And then the bottom one here is a stupid little Phillips screw. It works the same way though. You unscrew it just a little bit so you can get a hold of it. You pull it and pop it out, and then that's out of there. And then there's just a couple little clips that hold this thing in. You can wiggle it, pop it out, and then go to the left side and do the same thing. Okay? Now I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to take the tank off. So to take the tank off, take these 4 bolts out back here. Okay? They're like little button heads. And what works perfect is just a 2x4. Okay? And you're going to lift it up. And you can just set it right across the frame. Cut a 2x4 just like that. Works perfect. Okay. When you get to that point, you got to undo the fuel pump hot plug, the fuel line, and one breather coming off the tank. I'm going to pull the tank off and show you that now. But once you get this loose, like this, you get all that stuff disconnected, which I'll show you in a minute, and you have both these plastic panels out. The tank, there's nothing else holding the tank on. But, let me go around the other side so you can see me better. Okay, Kurt, now just talk to me. Oop. Okay, but what happened is, when you get everything undone, including this hose and wire, which I'm going to cover once we'll pull the tank off, I'll show you what we have to do. But the tank is still stuck on there. You're thinking, God, there's got to be something else holding this damn tank on. It's like the old Hondas, with the big rubbers under there and the 2 round things that they slide on. But they are stuck on there, you would not believe. I had it up here and I was yanking on it and pulling on it and it wouldn't budge, and I looked at other videos and everything's undone. Finally I grabbed the tank, I held on to it, the mount, and I just pulled it one direction and then pulled it the other direction, and it broke loose. So let me get the tank pulled off, and then I'll show you how you disconnect with the jacked up on the wood, the 3 lines, because I already have all disconnected and I have the ECU out too. I'm going to show you that. Okay, let me pull the tank off, be right back. Alright, before I pull the tank off, there's one hose that goes right here you just got to disconnect, and then this plug comes over here and plugs in, and it goes to the fuel cap. So I don't know about the 24s, I don't know if they have the key fob, but this has to do with the electronic fuel cap, and every other bike I've seen except one guy did a 25 SP and it has this. There's a plug under here that also has to be removed, and then there's a little holder for the this wire that I'll show you in a minute. But this has to be unplugged, unlike what you see online on 24s don't seem to have this. And this the 24 does have it. This has to come off. Okay, let me pull the tank off. Alright guys, before I go and show you the under the gas tank stuff, this is the plug for the fuel cap I'm talking about. You have to unplug by the right front plastic cover. Okay, you can kind of pull the plastic up, you can see it in there, and you just push on this tab. See that tab right there? It's right there. It compresses, and then it opens it up on the back. Okay, so you push in on this tab right there. Okay? Alright, so you got the hose unhooked, you just pull it out of the way, but the wire from the fuel cap we were just talking about goes through this little holder that you can barely see, and this is before you take the tank off. You just push on this. It doesn't really clip, it's just flexible. You open it up and the wire will pull out of there, and this is the plug that you're pushing the tab in and pop it off. Okay, then pull it up and set it on top of the tank. See how I already put grease on these? Dielectric grease. It's like a silicone grease. That way the rubber stays good. And the tank still came off hard, but it does slide off. It was really stuck. Okay, let me show you here. I'm going to just move, keep going here. Alright, so you've probably seen this before, but I'm going to show you. So here's your fuel line onto the white nipple going to the bottom of the tank. All you do is this little clip is pushed up flush with this bottom part, and you just put a screwdriver right in between. Damn it, I can't do this and hold it at the same time. Right in between the bottom right here, and you can just turn it sideways and it will pop out that much. Just don't force it. It pops out and just stops evenly, and then slides right off the nipple. Works really slick. The other one is this one recovery or breather hose on the bottom. It's got the blue mark on it. You got to get a long pair of heavy-duty needle nose and weasel this thing down, or maybe a screwdriver. And then what I do is I spray some Windex up on the nipple, and I work this with either a long big screwdriver along with some needle nose probably, but you can't squeeze it. And finally the Windex will get in between and it pops off a lot easier. Okay, and then the last thing is your plug here, which is most likely all the power to the probably the sending unit for the fuel and the fuel pump. And again, there's your clip. You push in and it just pulls right off. Okay, then you're ready to pull the tank off, and good luck with these. Like I told you. Okay, let me go around the other side. You know, I can probably, maybe I can do it right here. Okay, your ECU is up in here, right? So all that holds it is the plugs holding in place, and these little plastic clippy things. There's just a little clip on the end down here, barely. So you get a screwdriver in between here and you break it loose, turn it a little bit, and it'll slide a little. But the very next thing you have to do, because you can't take the ECU clear out, this cable, this double cable right here to these two plugs on the ECU fit in this slot. This one you don't have to mess with. This goes back enough. These will hang up, so they're kind of jammed in there. You got to get one out and then pull the other one out, and then you lift on these little tabs. They have a little tooth on the bottom. Can you see it? Right Where am I? See the edge right there? Just pull those up just a little bit, and the whole ECU will slide out enough and flop backwards, because the tabs are on the bottom. So the other smaller two, same thing. You push on this tab, push down on that tab, and it slides off. Other one the same way. This one, you push on this center tab, the center. Push down on it, and then this arm right here will pop over, slide over the tab. This whole arm, you push it forward, this arm here, and that pushes it off the ECU. Then your ECU is off. Okay? Then to go further, the air temperature sensor right here is in this little clip. You just you lift it off this little thing here, right here, and then you can turn it sideways and it pops out. Then you can take there's 10 screws. On those you could use a power drill on low with a good long bit just to remove them. Don't put them back in with electric. They go into plastic. It's really easy to strip them. And the air box, once you get that out, see, it's going to come out with the filter in it. So that's what a stock filter looks like, and the snorkels and the whole 9 yards, and the filter slides right down in that slot. So what I'm going to do is, it doesn't do much, but I'm going to probably cut those off at that marriage line. It still helps a little bit. And yeah, probably what I'd do. Or I might cut them just a little above flush. We'll see what I do. But that's not today. I wanted to show you this, this part of getting this thing apart. Alright, that's about all I can tell you about how to take the tank and the ECU off and the air box cover. So, hope that helped. I know there's a lot of them out there, but I went into a little more little things that happened. And so, anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, and I'll see you pretty soon when I get this thing together. I'm going to put on the full Black Widow system next. And the ECU's up at David's any time now, and then I'll be getting that back from him. And then we'll get it all together, and we'll do part 2 of the dynoing. So we'll see you then, and you guys ride safe, and God bless.